Hi, this is Kiril Anastasov, and in this section we are going to cover if and switch statements. So we are going to start with if statements, and let's create a new project for it. So file, new, and then new project. We're going to give it a name if and switch statements, and then press finish. Now let's create a class for our if statements. So right click on the project, then new and class. We're going to give it a name for the class if statements with the main method, and we are going to provide a package for it. So finish. Okay, so how does if statements work? Well, inside the if statement we have a boolean expression, and if this boolean expression is true, we go inside. If it's not true, we don't go. So let's take a look at an example. We are going to check if the value of a variable is greater than 100. If it is greater than 100, we are going to print a message. Let's create our variable integer sum equal 100. And now we want to check what is the value of sum. So if brackets, and here in the brackets we want to check what is going to be the expression type. So if sum is greater than 100, then we are going to display a message with system.out.println. Now the message is going to be sum is greater than 100. If we save this thing, we should not get our message printed. Why? Well, it's simple, because our value is 100 and we check if it's greater than 100. Now, if we put equals in our if expression, we're going to print our statement. Let's save it and run it. And it prints sum is greater than 100. Now, this is happening because our sum is 100, and here we check if it's equal or greater. Now, if we expand on this and type else if, then another expression, and what we are going to put here, let's say if sum is less than 100, we're going to print system.out.println, and the message is going to be sum is less than 100. If we give the value of sum 99, we are going to get in the second else if statement, because the value of our sum variable is 99, and here first we check if it's equal or greater than 100, which is not true, so we skip it and we go to the next else if and check if the sum is less than 100, and it is, so we are going to print this statement. So let's save it and run it, and we get the message sum is less than 100. Now, what is going to happen if we remove the equal from here and we give the value of 100? Well, we can expand a bit further and type else, and then else is going to be system.out.println. So when we are going to enter inside the else statement, well, if it's more than 100 and less than 100, we go either in the if or else if. But if our value is 100, we are going to get inside this else statement, which is going to be value is 100. So if we save it and run it, we get the message value is 100, so it prints our else statement. Now, if we go through this again, first in our if statement we check if the sum is greater than 100. If it's true, we go inside it. If it's not, we go to our else if statement, which checks if the sum is less than 100. We print our statement here, sum is less than 100. And finally, we have our else statement, which is printing value is 100. However, if our if and else if are not true, then our else is going to be printed. And if our if statement is true, the rest of the program is going to be skipped, the else and else if. Okay,